Let's do an Ironclad run. Classic streamer, we do the entire loop, lose them all. Random rare card, random common relic, curse for random rare relic, or boss relic swap. Redbeard has been pushing for boss relic swaps on Ironclad. Still not a believer, and there's a rare relic available here. Curse is tough. Curses are pretty bad. But rare relics are so good, especially on Ironclad, where you can get Dead Branch and just smash the game in half. Rare cards are nice too. What's the worst outcome if we pick a rare card? It's probably like Brutality. Brutality is pretty bad. Last boss relic swap I did on Ironclad gave me a Pandora's box, but I still didn't win the run. But I should have. What does the pathing say? This is a 3 elite route. Looks like that's the only one. Yes, that's the only way to get 3 elites. Although we can bookend this Mega Elite with fires, which is neat. Get 2 in the act. So if we want to start here, we actually are highly encouraged to go through this shop to get our 3 fights. So I'm gonna take a curse here for a rare relic, and then get rid of the curse of the shop. Ho ho ho! Pocket watch. We actually got injury though. We like super high rolled the curse. That injury is literally the best curse. So maybe we don't need to remove it. I think I still will though, just to get an extra fight too. Okay. Double defense strike. Take 2. Still 4 net healing on the fight. 1 defend is happening. I think the other card's going to be bash. So we're taking 4 damage here. Still could heal for 2 on the fight. And then we're just going to triple strike. Try and set up for lethal. Oh right, clumsy's better because clumsy exhausts. Yeah, but I'm not complaining about either one, right? This is lethal, right? 18, yeah, 18's more than 17. Okay. Alright, we healed for 2 on the fight. Whirlwind, as being our floor 1 option. Talk about stuff that's good against sentries. Whirlwind is pretty amazing. It's up against Armament and Havoc, which are rarely takes. Okay. I was worried about losing Chemical X there, because we're not buying anything at the shop. I guess we might actually buy True Grit since it's on sale. Do we want a True Grit? I think we probably do. True Grit immediately starts fighting for the upgrade with the Whirlwind. Whirlwind wants the upgrade really badly, but True Grit wants an upgrade too. It's unfortunate to have them both in the same hand, because then True Grit can hit Whirlwind. And then we're sad. I'll buy it anyway. Okay. Cultist meet Strike. Strike, Cultist. I think we're going to defend Bash here. We skipped 2 damage, but we set it vulnerable. If we strike True Grit, we set up for lethal next turn. And we take 4. So we'll still theoretically be net healing in the fight. See, it hit Whirlwind. I knew it was going to. True Grit loves Whirlwind. There's nothing else you can say about it. Rage kind of fights with Pocket Watch. We pretty much want to be triggering Pocket Watch every single turn in the run. Yeah, seriously. No, we're not letting True Grit hit Whirlwind against sentries. I wouldn't do it. Metallicize is okay. Maybe we need a Pommel Strike. I don't like picking Pommel Strike. But I don't really like picking Metallicize either. Metallicize is just such a low impact card. Yeah, I think we just skip here. I think Whirlwind is good enough to carry us. We don't need to pick Pommel Strike. Darn. Alright, we can split both, set up for lethal next turn, and still heal to full on the fight. Is Whirlwind lethal? It's 9 AoE. Yes, it is. Cool. Alright, up to full health. Dropkick is pretty eye-catching. It's a thin deck with a True Grit in it. We could get Dropkick loops. It's not impossible. Not a big fan of Dropkick in general. It's not like a good card, it's just a card that enables lots of infinite loops. I mean, Pocket Watch does encourage us to go for infinite loops, right? Because it lets us, on turn 2, get a 7-card or an 8-card hand. And then we're like, if we have like a 12-card deck, right? That 8-card hand can be the whole deck pretty easily. Alright, I think we'll allow Dropkick into the deck. Bit of a speculative pick, though. This question mark could be an upgrade for Whirlwind, hopefully. Face Trader. Does Pocket Watch help us with Face Trader? No. Makes us weak, eats a relic, or gives us gold or max HP. We could just take gold now. We are at max HP. We have a late shop. But we have to do 3 elites in a row with no fire in the middle. So I think we're probably trying to hold on to that HP. I think we're just going to leave. If there was another fight before the elite, I think I would do it. Because we've been healing on the first couple. But no thank you. Okay. There's that Whirlwind against Sentries. And I think we're probably going to play Distilled Chaos next turn. I guess I didn't realize I was drawing the entire draw pile. Distilled Chaos still makes us shuffle early, which is valuable. So let's do it. I'm sorry, what just happened? Oh, nothing. Okay, great. None of them count as being played as Pocket Watch because they're all unplayable. So, like, we just drew them and then discarded them. Which is interesting. You don't see that every day. I think we're going to defend True Grit and Strike. Trying to minimize the damage. Hey, good afternoon, Ansan. Give me that Whirlwind. I guess we just Whirlwind again. Okay. Not too bad. 20-some damage. Whetstone can hit Whirlwind. Limit Break is here. We have a Dropkick. We can dual-wield Dropkick to get loops going. But Limit Break. Yeah, that was a pretty good Sentries. It did not involve us dying from 68 like our Watcher did. We did lose 22 health, though, which is a bit. Let's see what this hits. Bash and Strike. Well, I was hoping for Whirlwind. That's a really good point, actually. Severus Soul does thin the deck. I'd rather have this be like a Corruption, Or like a second wind, though. Those are like much better cards. Dual Wield also is a card that does not exhaust. So if we take Sever Soul, are we like infinite right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Actually, we are. Well, we'd need another Dropkick, I guess. So Dual Wield is our second Dropkick. I think Dual Wield being the second Dropkick is a pretty big deal. There's a lot of ways to get rid of all the defense, because it could be Second Wind or Corruption or Sever Soul. So I'll take the Dual Wield. We're pretty close to having a loop, so should take stuff that enables it. Speaking of doing a loop, we can just bash Dropkick right now. Draws a card. I think we're hoping to draw True Grit, and then like if we don't, I think we just smoke bomb this fight. I don't really want to fight this. Hey, Triumphant Fart. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Welcome to the Vegetable Match. What is the usual damage you take from in this fight? I presume you're talking about sentries. Is it around 30? Or are you talking about this current fight, maybe? I don't know. I think 30 is a reasonable estimate for sentries. You'd hope for it to be lower, but it's hard to get out of sentries without paying at least like 20 health. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like this game a lot, Triumphant Fart. I've spent many hundreds of hours playing this game. Okay, I think we're just gonna smoke bomb. Bye, guys. Alright, let's go fight Neelite. Unnaturally good. Alright. No bash. Bash in bottom 2. Just really hoping for that Dropkick to hit something. I do still love it after that previous run. I think in order for me to love a game, the game has to kill me occasionally. It's just, that's part of the relationship. There's no getting around it. You need to learn the mechanics of all the encounters. So let me go through it. So Gremlin Knob is a particularly weird one, because whenever you play a skill, he gains strength. On Ascension 20, he has a very set rotation, so he'll spend his first turn buffing up when he gains this enraged mechanic, and then the second turn he'll hit you for 8 and make you vulnerable, and then the third and fourth turns he'll hit you for 24, that's his big attack. He's a meanie. He really changes the way you build your deck, because you don't want to add too many skills in the beginning part of Act 1, because then Gremlin Knob will punish you. You need to have enough damage in your deck to kill him. Which we do. Molten Egg. Well, unfortunately for Molten Egg, I think we're probably not adding too many more cards to the deck. We want to like remove a card so that we can get into Dropkick loop territory. These are all nice though. But I think we're skipping them. These are all pickable, though, if you want to take the deck a different direction. Ink Bottle helps set up loops. Okay. 33 health should be enough for whatever we're getting thrown into here, especially if it's sentries again. It is sentries again. Hooray. Wait a minute. You said you got the game 2 days ago and your last Ascension 20 run. How are you on Ascension 20? If you got the game 2 days ago. Did you just climb really fast, or do you... Are we talking about different things when you say A20? You basically, like... I don't know. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious, Triumphant Fart. You've either been playing Slay the Spire, like, for the last 48 hours, like, pretty much non-stop. Okay. Alright. I don't know if 15 hours is enough to climb to Ascension 20. I think it's probably not. Hey, Chris Carnage. I guess we just play Whirlwind here. Alright, we need block. So it's probably like True Grit, Defend, Strike Plus. Yes, I am developing a game. Let's ban him. Triumphant Fart, get him! Torches and pitchforks. Ah. Yeah, I think in chat Triumphant Fart, you'll find a lot of people who have like a couple hundred hours of the game and are still struggling to get all the characters to Ascension 20, so I don't know. I don't know about your claim. So I like striking on this sentry because it makes me happy that 9 is exactly 1/3 of his health. So like maybe we could line up 2 more 9s to kill him highly efficiently. But I don't know if that actually matters very much because we're probably just killing him with Whirlwind, right? So really just like if he's above or below 15 is the only thing that matters. Aw, Rainhorse, you're a puppy. I mean, if you know how to play the game and you start a new seed, you can probably climb in 15 hours. That's kind of like a maybe though, right? Like, because even if you win non-stop, it still takes you like minimum 10 hours. If you play perfectly, it's going to take you a half an hour to win a run, and you need to win 20 runs. So, I don't know. Doesn't seem likely. Okay. You didn't beat Ascension less than 20. So you cheated. You're a cheater. I mean, it's a very judgmental way of phrasing it, but like, so you like changed your save to set yourself on Ascension 20. Do we play both True Grit and Defend to try and block all the damage, or do we put an extra strike somewhere? It seems like the marginal value of... Oh, I see. You went to custom. I would not recommend going into custom and setting it to 820. So there's a... It's not frowned upon. You're welcome to try that. I would recommend if you do that, you also turn on the heirloom option. So there's a mechanic where at the beginning of the game, you get a bonus from Niao, the giant whale. And if you don't get that bonus... It's going to be a big struggle to win the game, and if you do a custom game, you don't get that bonus. He'll just say like, challenge accepted. So if you turn on the heirloom, that like sort of compensates for not getting a Niao bonus. It's still honestly not quite as good. But if you want to practice your Ascension 20 runs by doing custom modifiers, by all means, feel free. I thought you were coming in here being like, I'm so good, like the rest of you are crappy at this game because it only took me 15 hours to get to Ascension 20. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I apologize for the witch hunt that I started myself. Okay, so it's either Defend True Grit or Strike True Grit. Strike True Grit costs us 3 health. We'd go to 12. The problem with Strike True Grit is it doesn't really accomplish anything. Like, I think we're assuming we draw Whirlwind next turn. So if we strike on him, it's kind of wasted. Should you cancel your pitchfork from Amazon? No. You need pitchforks. You gotta be ready at any moment. Well, you could keep your pitchforks at the ready. I mean, if we're gonna be a mob to be called on random internet strangers, we need to be ready to turn that corner instantly, right? We need to be ready to go, pitchforking at any time. The problem with assuming we are going to Whirlwind next turn is that also means we're assuming we're taking 10 damage next turn, which seems like it cuts an extremely thin line through the fight. It's like, it could work, but maybe a better line is just we like strike him, True Grit, take 3, go to 12, and then next turn we like double defend strike to kill him, or like double defend Dropkick. Actually, Dropkick doesn't do enough, but yeah, it has to be strike specifically. We're drawing 8 of these cards, so any specific card we're a little bit over 50-50 to get. We'll probably get at least 1 defend, because there's 3 of them. So like worst case scenario, we're like single defend Whirlwind or something. So I think we're actually going to put the strike on him, because Whirlwinding for 3 next turn is not actually good. Okay, we figured it out. Lights torch just in case. I run a D&D group, and we were starting a like a several week trek into the Underdark, and they'd been kind of cavalier about like whether or not they have like torches and ropes and stuff, because it was like they'd been campaigning for like in-game years, right? So it'd been quite a while since they'd like used up their sort of beginner whatchamacallit, resources from their like adventurer's kit, right? So I made sure they knew how many torches they had before they went into the Underdark, and it was like they knew they were going into the Underdark for like weeks and weeks, like months, and they brought like 3 torches. So like they were like, walk into the first corridor, and I'm like, okay, your torch burns out, right? It's like, you've been in here for like a couple of hours, those things only last for like a little while. What do you do now? And they're like, oh, well, I guess we're out of torches. Okay, it's dark. Anyway, so the line we prepared for here was defend Whirlwind. I think we're going to stick to that. Take 5. Puts us at 7 health next turn. We draw all these. Yeah, Everburning Torch, Hooded Lantern. There's a bunch of answers to this problem. Honestly, like, most of the party has Dark Vision, and, like, somebody has, like, a shining magical item, so, like, they're getting through it. So. Is the Daily Challenge popular? I tried it once and did pretty bad at it. I think the Daily Challenge is fine. If you're used to doing Ascension 20 runs, the Daily Challenge will be, like, way too easy. I think you're confusing Dual Wield with Double Tap, Fuzzy Ducky, because Dual Wield would just put an extra copy into our hand, and then we would just be able to play 1 for 10. D&D has always sounded so cool, but I never had local friends that are geeky like I. Yeah, that's a problem. So I think we're going to defend Whirlwind for 2. We may in fact be killed by sentries again here. We've got 7 health left. But not this turn. I guess actually Bash Strike kills this sentry, so that blocks for more than 5. You don't have to start at Ascension 1. You know, you'll have to go on that journey eventually, right? All right, let's do Bash Strike. Okay. And I guess just hope that we're blocking next year or next turn. Pocket Watch is so good in this fight. All right, defend. Strike plus is fine here. Should get lethal before he hits us again. Dying to the second elite in Act 2 is pretty impressive. I think that's a good outcome. Let's go ahead and dual wield that strike and punch him to death. Haha. Alright, Shuriken. There's the second wind. Second wind gets rid of everything in the deck that isn't part of the Dropkick loop. I wish there was a custom option to turn on a Niao benefit. I don't know why there isn't. It seems like a really, like, stupidly easy thing to implement. Yeah, Baldur's Gate is extremely similar to D&D. I mean, it's... in-person D&D is, like, a very different experience than any video game. So it's not like... it's not like the experience of playing Baldur's Gate is very similar to D&D, but the rule set is basically identical. Like, the spell names are the same. You, like, roll d20s when you try to persuade people of things. It's just like, it's an on-screen d20. Second wind is pretty much 100% the pick here. Thunderclap is actually fine, too, because Dropkick needs vulnerable, but we need to not add cards to the deck, so second wind does that. Interesting. A merchant. Flash of Steel means we wouldn't need the dual wield, and we could get a loop with Flash of Steel and Dropkick. There's also another Dropkick being offered. We probably need card removes. Yeah, we can't afford Fiendfire, but I think we've got a bit of a different plan here. I'm pretty sure we're going for Dropkick loops this run. So I think we just get rid of a strike. If we get rid of a strike, we've got 4 strikes left. All the defends leave 5, 6, 7 cards. So we draw that every turn with Pocket Watch. Yeah, Waffle would be nice. We are a little bit afraid. We have a... what's that guy's name? That guy. I think we're just removing a strike. No fear. We should make a Slay the Spire community online D&D game set in the Spire. I love it. Alright, I'm going to make a channel points reward to play a Slay the Spire themed D&D one-shot. I'll make a note of that. I guess, like, well, you can buy channel points on Sun. Just subscribe. The problem with doing a D&D one-shot channel points reward is then maybe people won't buy the playtest, which is currently the, like, marquee channel points reward, and I need people. Although, to be honest, there's a backlog of like 20 people in the playtest queue, so maybe I don't need so many people in there. Okay, we have done the thing at the shop. We probably don't want to go to a second shop because we have 41 gold. Not a very efficient way to use the floor. Thanks for the subscription, Onsun. Appreciate it. Thanks for loafing around. You've been subscribed for 2 months. I'm not twisting your arm. You volunteered to have your arm twisted last month. Now I'm just sort of, I have when people say twist my arm, they probably are referring to like an arm lock where you like have their arm behind their back. But what I imagine is like an Indian burn. Sorry, maybe Indian burn's probably not a PC term, huh? That's what people called it in elementary school, but people in elementary school are not super they're not adults. So I apologize to anyone who's offended by that. Whoops. Rose patch. Anyway, that's what I imagine when people say twist arm, but it's definitely not what they mean. Talk to me about this playtest. Mostly, what kind of hardware requirements am I looking at? You need a, like, non-mobile device. PS5, I think, would not work. PC, basically. Just anything that can open a web browser while it's also conducting a video call. That's the requirement. I think we're going to this and hoping for healing. Being at 13 is kind of scary. It's not exactly what I meant, game, but I'll take it. Okay, so now that we have meat on the bone, I guess we go to these fights and heal there. Yeah, Mac should be fine. Yeah, we have a fire pot. I don't think we lose any hallway fights, right? And meat on the bone makes us heal. Question marks could be card removes. It could be like bonfire spirits or card remove shrine. It can't be cleric because we don't have enough money. But I think we just want the healing from the hallway fight. Alright. This is what we asked for. Mysterious playtest. So we take 8 on turn 1. That seems bad. Alright, strike and other strikes. Do some stuff. Get us a strength. That's nice. So then we, like, split him next turn to block. Yeah, we should be okay here. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I made a note to make the channel points roar, but it doesn't exist yet. I don't know how much to cost it at. How much did it cost? Disarmament is an amazing card. It also says exhaust on it so that we can play it in our combo deck. Without obstructing anything. It's pretty good against Guardians specifically too, and we're not quite online yet here, so I think I'll take it. What would you estimate as the chances of an excellent, not cheating player to finish an Ascension 20 heart run, heart kill or non-heart kill? Heart kill makes the chance go significantly down. By excellent, not cheating, do you mean like someone who plays the game every day, or do you mean like someone's first Ascension 20 run, but they're like thinking about it hard? Because I think the difference. So like if you're like no mods, not hacking, no using seeds, yeah, you just mean not cheating. But how good is the player is what I'm asking. Like, are we talking about like life coach, or are we talking about like me? I don't know. I guess I'm probably better than most people at home trying to get there. Ascension 21s. Excellent. Okay. Not the absolute very best in the world. Okay. So I think if you're going for a heart kill, you're probably like 20% or less. And if you're going for just the Act 3 bosses, then it's like maybe like 45%. So Chris, Life Coach got 80% win rate, or was it? It was like somewhere around 80% with Watcher. But yeah, I would say 50% is extremely good. Well, yeah. So that was Watcher, right? I don't think you can get to 99%, because even then, you can get boss relic swaps that hurt you. Yeah, 48 and 2. Yikes. I guess we play Second Wind as our only block. Okay. Oh, I'm actually going to restart that. I didn't realize Ink Bottle was triggering. Oh wait, no, there was no way to make Ink Bottle work well here, because it was on 7. So I was thinking I could play these to get Ink Bottle to draw and then play Second Wind, but that's not the way that works. Okay. Yeah, you could definitely get to 100% win rate if you're willing to whatchamacallit, path a seed and take the pre-computed best route through the seed. Oops, I just skipped a strength there. There was a free strength available. Doesn't matter though. Okay, so we healed up in the 2 fights. I don't think we're allowed to take any of these, unfortunately. I would love to, but they junk up the deck and we need to do dropkick stuff. So we're gonna skip them. And do we smith something? Smithing disarm is pretty nice. Smithing Second Wind is good too. Definitely don't take a perfected strike. Yeah. Smithing True Grit seems like it needs to happen. Alright, let's do True Grit. That helps us set up for Act 2 better. I think we should be fine here. I'll go ahead and land the Disarm. Oh, we got Corruption. Interesting. I think Corruption's better than Demon Form here. Because it empties our deck. We still need to play 3 cards though, so I'm going to play Whirlwind instead of Defend. Alright. We need to split this turn, so we might need to use the Fire Pot. Yeah, so let's just use the Fire Pot to split, and then True Grit a Strike. I guess we're just going to not do Pocket Watch this turn. Well, wait, why don't we just get a Shuriken proc and then split with Fire Pot and save the skills? Yeah, we need the skills. We're going to infinite combo next time he's up in attack form. So we're going to save the skills for that. Can we block out next turn? Yeah. Defend True Grit blocks out. So we'll just second wind them all here. And we got some extra, so we'll go ahead and bash. And I guess we can't perfect the fight, right? Because he's hitting for 18 next turn. Oh wait, no he's not. Because he's hitting for... it ends up being... because it's normally 9 times 2, so it'll be 7 times 2, so it's 14. So, yeah. So we shouldn't strike here, because we can perfect the fight. Okay. Okay, GG. Yeah, I mean, score is not a huge priority, but we might as well do it since we can, right? So this is infinite damage. If anybody was wondering what Dropkick loop was meaning, this is what Dropkick loop means. I like how it's nice and fast with the Shuriken, too. Okay. Played 17 cards on that turn. We get to add a Corruption to the deck, too. Wow. Do you have the Cat Whale emote? I have Cat Face. Do we need Corruption, though? Is the problem. Like, it seems kind of unnecessary, because we already have a second wind. I mean, it gets rid of the second wind. Yeah, I think it's probably good, because it also just lets us pick, like, skills. Yeah, exactly. And, like, skills that draw cards and stuff, like Burning Pact and things. Okay. Alright, I'll take a Corruption. Helps us get there faster, I think. Ooh, Pandora's Box. We could swap these. I guess, if we get fewer than 4 skills back, then we're sad. But if we get more skills than 4 back, we're really happy. Coffee Dripper's okay. We've got quite a bit of healing with Meat on the Bone and Burning Blood, so we could just take Coffee Dripper. It's pretty conservative pick there. Should be able to get a win with Coffee Dripper. But Pandora's is so fun. I think we're picking Pandora's because a bunch of the cards will say exhaust on them, and that makes the deck smaller, and that makes the infinite easier. And some of them will be skills too. Hopefully more than 4. I guess there's like Pandora's is kind of high variance, and we're like very likely to win the game from this position. The fact that we have an infinite dropkick loop in Act 1 means that we're like, it's going to be tough to lose this one. Not tough to lose, but like, I don't know. It's time to start thinking about like Time Lord and the Heart at the end of Act 1, and like that puts us in a really good position. So if we pick Pandora's Box, it's possible we would like create more problems for ourselves than we're really solving. But it's also possible that Pandora's Box gives us like more disarms and stuff for the heart. I guess we also need like, we need a way to make this this combo block positive, or else we can't do it against the heart. Actually, maybe we can do it against the heart. Maybe we just don't care about the beat of the heart, because of the shuriken, it goes so fast. We should be able to get damage caps. Yeah, I mean, taking more energy is really good. So, like, what you would expect to get out of a boss relic is more energy. And Coffee Dripper is really good here. But Pandora's Box is probably one of the top 3. So the top 3, like, the top 3 non-energy granting boss relics are certainly Pandora's Box, Runic Pyramid, and Snecko Eye. And then maybe Black Star. And I think those are like 3 of the top 5 boss relics. So like picking the one that gives you more energy always is like not exactly right. No, sorry, top 3 non-energy ones. They're close to the top 3 regular ones, but there's probably like Coffee Dripper and Fusion Hammer in there too. Those are ones that are really good. Let's take Pandora's Box. I think Pandora's is the most fun and the best here. I do think it's better than Coffee Dripper for win rate. Alright, we've got a feed, which is amazing. So let's count the exhausts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 cards that exhaust. A Whirlwind plus an Anger. Anger is pretty unplayable. Snecko, Pyramid, and Pandora's Box were the 3 that I called out. I also said Black Star is good. Black Star is mostly good as like a boss relic swap at the beginning, because it has such a long time to pay off. You can cheat here. I want to call that out. If you save and exit the game right now, then you would be left with just these cards, which obviously in this specific situation would be insane, since those cards is like a Bash, a Dropkick, and a Pocket Watch. So we'd like pretty much be infinite on turn 2 guaranteed every fight for the rest of the game. But that is cheating, so we're not allowed to do that. Okay. Hyper Beam guy. I would predict he never gets to Hyper Beam. We try to pick up a green key here. If we do, we get 2 elites in the run. Get to go to an early shop for a card remove. Card removes are usually good right after Pandora's Box, because you usually got something bad. In this case, that's the Rupture. Rupture is terrible. You've been burned more by Pandora's than helped. Trading all my block cards for cards that don't say block feels really bad. Yeah, you definitely can get burned. We did get no block cards back, so, like, that's fair. Is Anger not worse than Rupture here? I don't think so, no, because Rupture literally does nothing, and Anger does something. It does 8 damage. We're probably not playing it that often because it interferes with the combo, but... we do need some block cards for sure. That's true, Rupture does get out of the deck. Infernal Blade's pretty terrible as well. Having 2 copies of Whirlwind is not great. Okay. Spheric Guardian. Let's develop a Dark Embrace. We could have gotten a Strength proc that turn with Infernal Blade, Anger, Whirlwind, but I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's play Corruption. And then dual wield the Dropkick. And True Grit the Demon Form. In a non-infinite deck, given where you're given a Whirlwind, is that not helpful for Shuriken procs? It is. Yeah, that's useful. Might be hard to burn through his artifact without taking a boatload of damage. Yeah, I agree. Oh, fan. Wait. Oh, what fan are you talking about? I'm confused. Because you're not talking about Fan of Knives. Yeah, Snecko I always drew 2 extra cards. That's why it's good. We are 3 cards short of comboing here. Oh, I see why you're talking about his artifact charges, because we can't vulnerable him. Duh. Well, drat. Second Wind only blocks for 0 here, so we're actually in a bit of trouble. I think we want to play 3 attacks since Second Wind isn't working. We'll have to Reaper back some of the health. And feed, I guess. These are all 3 cards that Second Wind hits. Didn't draw any of them. Oh, Ornamental Fan. Yeah. That would help us against the Heart, certainly. I guess I'll get an extra... Oh, this draws a card, too. If I draw a card, do I Second Wind that card? No, it only blocks for 3. Okay, so I think we use Disarm for a charge. And then we Second Wind away some stuff. Rupture and Infernal Thingamajig. Okay, so now we've got the whole deck. And we should be able to combo next turn. That's our 3rd card, though, so we gotta stop. Do we ever... We probably want to take some voluntary damage here. I don't know how we're gonna set that up, though. Yeah, I don't think we can set that up. Okay, so I'll just take the lethal. We got a feed proc, too, so... Okay. Nope. I guess Warcraft has Exhaust. But it doesn't make the deck smaller, it makes the deck the same size. So we'll skip it. Alright. Do we take Shrug It Off? That's true, Heavy Blade is nice. But it interferes with the combo. Intimidate for artifact stripping, that's fair. That's a good point. We had trouble with it in this fight, and we're going to have trouble with it at the end of the act, because Bronze Guardian has a bunch of them. I could see Intimidate and Shrug getting picked here. We don't really need to card remove. We can currently get down to low enough. If we wanted to remove a card, which card would we remove? The anger, I think, is the only one that we can't get rid of. Everything else is either a power or exhausts or is part of the combo. I guess a whirlwind. Whirlwind and anger are sort of the expendable ones. Or as a feed, I guess. Thunderclap is not a better pick. So Thunderclap, the problem with it is it doesn't exhaust, so it ends up staying in our hand. Getting AoE vulnerable is okay, but it's only relevant in Donu Deca, I think. I guess it's also relevant in Spire Sisters. Intimidate exhausting is also, like, exhausting itself is also really good in case we just, like, draw it with Dark Embrace. And we do really need blocks. I think Shrug It Off is a pick. Okay. Do we read the book? Does the book help us? I think we don't read the book. I don't think we care about the cultists in the Awakened One fight. Because I think we just kill Awakened One, and then we let them run away. I think we're no on book. It can give us a 0-cost, like, corruption in the opening hand, which is cute. But not really necessary. Costs a lot of health. We don't need it. Okay. That's true. Necro can double bash. Is that something we need? I kind of want to play Bash Feed Whirlwind just to get a strength proc. Getting Dark Embrace down is nice. Playing Whirlwind plus next turn with a strength would do 9 times 3, which is 27. To a vulnerable target, it would do 13 times 3, which is 39. So we'd be able to kill this mugger. We split at 39. Yeah, we split at 39, so we want to take ideally 11 damage this fight. We're taking more than that right now. So we want to minimize how much damage we're taking. Okay. There's the Whirlwind that kills that mugger. We'd actually kill him with only 2 procs as well, so we could, like, Shrug Whirlwind. Or Second Wind Whirlwind. Yeah, let's do Second Wind Whirlwind. That's a lot of stuff getting rid of. Wow, it's the whole hand except for Whirlwind. Neat. I wish I could bash Reaper. That'd be nice. We'll probably have lethal here with, like, bash, dropkick, anger. So it's 11 plus, this will be 9. So that's 20, and then this would be, yeah, lethal. We don't get to play Reaper with that line. I assume, at least. I guess Reaper, dropkick, anger is kind of the same thing. It'd be 6, 12, 21. Yeah, it's not enough. Okay, I'll just take lethal. Alright, there's a Burning Pact. Clicked. Talked about wanting a Burning Pact. There's one. We draw a card when we play something. So we could, like... What would we want to draw? We could play, like, Second Wind, block for 10, Draw Disarm or Intimidate for block. Could play Corruption and draw a skill that draws, like Shrug It Off or Burning Pact. Let's start with Second Wind. Anger. I think Whirlwind for 2. Do we anger? I think I will anger once. He's already in feed range, so I'll do it on the armor. Okay. Let's shrug first. Disarm you, and I guess get Rupture gone. Okay, we can feed and then try and block this turn. Sorry, just recognize the comment. Snecko gives, on average, gives you better turns with more cards to play. Didn't we already talk about Snecko? Oh, it must have been an at Chris Carnage. Alright, let's play this. And then see if Burning Pact can draw something that blocks. Nope. I'm always happy to, like, I don't know. A lot of times I find myself jumping into you, like, conversations that didn't originally involve me. I think, like, generally that's fine. But okay, I think we're done this turn. Something we can theoretically do in this fight is, like, if we can block him out and just hit his armor over and over to proc Shuriken, we could theoretically feed for 1,000,000. It's pretty unlikely we're able to block him out, though. So I think we're just setting up for a lethal next turn by second winding all this. Let's see, so we second wind 1, 2, 3 cards, block for 15. We have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we would be left with 5. That's 10 cards total, that's too many. So we could Burning Pact a Anger first to try and draw, like, Dark Embrace. But we don't want to exhaust Dual Wield, though. We need Dual Wield to hit the Dropkick. Alright, so let's just second wind now. Or we could Demon Form. No, we can't do that. I guess we need to Burning Pact away the Anger, or else the deck's going to be too large. Alright, well now we have to duel with the Dropkick. And then I guess second wind the rest to block. Okay, second wind hits 1, 2 cards here. If we Burning Pact, it probably still hits 2 cards. 2 cards is enough to block. We don't have Bash, so we can't do a loop this turn. I guess we could Burning Pact into Bash, but we need to play second wind, so that's not a good outcome. I guess if we Reaper, we're guaranteed to combo next turn. So let's just do that. We don't get any healing, though. Okay. So then we bash and dropkick loop. Good thing we got all this healing. We're taking a lot of damage in fights. Seeing rate is amazing for combo decks like this. I think we rest here. Upgrades are nice, but we need to make sure we don't die to this Mega Elite, which is definitely an option. Okay, Strength Slavers. Really strong opening hand, though, so I think we should be okay. Dark Embrace, seeing red is a great way to start. Second Wind can draw a whole bunch more cards. Block for a bunch. Does Shrug It Off draw anything bad? Draws Intimidate, which is good. We've already played 3 cards, though, so maybe we stop. They're hitting us for 21-38. How many cards would you say is too many for an average build? 40? 40 is a lot. Alright. Corruption Burning Pact is really nice. But it basically guarantees that we're not going to kill Red Slaver, and then we get netted. Is there any world where we kill Red Slaver? I think we just have to survive getting netted. Okay. Okay, so we only want to block for like exactly 25 here. Okay, so we need to dual wield the Dropkick. Wait, we've already played 3 cards. I guess we're going over this turn. Next card we play draws. Drew a wound. Oh man, we need to kill Taskmaster ASAP. I forgot about that mechanic. It's really hard to combo in this fight. Let's go ahead and play this to reduce some damage. Play True Grit to get rid of the wound. We're going to save the second wind if we can. It looks like we can this turn. Okay. So we need to draw a second wind again next turn to block while we're netted. But then we should be able to combo. Worth noting that we have to combo people kind of one at a time here. Uh-oh. We've died. Crap. Man. We didn't get online fast enough. That's shocking. Jeez. I really thought this one was going to be a win. Surely, if you get a dropkick loop against the Act 1 boss, you're in good shape, but nope, not good enough. I probably just shouldn't have fought a Mega Elite, but like, seriously? Seriously. Yikes. Honestly, the deck is even like pretty good at dealing with wounds. We have like Burning Pact and True Grit Plus. Like we were built to deal with statuses. I guess there was just too much stuff. Like, we added a Seeing Red and a Burning Pact and an Intimidate and a Shrug It Off, and maybe that was just too many cards. And, like, if we had fewer, we would have been able to get off the ground faster. I don't know, though. Like, the Intimidate and Shrug It Off, like, saved us for a whole turn, so it's hard to blame them. And the Burning Pact was great. Got to burn a status. Yeah, I guess we just needed, like, a Flex Pot Whirlwind start to beat Strength Slavers. Going into a Mega Elite, I was thinking, like, okay, so if it's, like, Plated Armor, Book of Stabbing, we're fine, right? We definitely get off the ground before Book of Stabbing kills us. But, like, Strength Slavers is gross. Especially for a rushdown combo that, like, needs Bash on a target to combo. Because we would have had to kill them one at a time. I was hoping for, like, a big Reaper or something to heal back up, but no luck. You're definitely wrong about Pandora's Box, Miranda. The Pandora's Box was great, and made getting the combo off a lot easier. I think we probably would have been in a stronger position for Act 2 if we'd picked the Coffee Dripper, so I won't disagree with that. But Pandora's Box put us in a great position for Act 4. But we didn't make it to Act 4, so... maybe we since we already had a good plan for Act 4, maybe the Coffee Dripper was the right pick since it puts us in a better position for Act 2. I don't know. The Dark Embrace and stuff was terrible. Like Dark Embrace, Rupture, like those were never good cards. But also taking Pandora's Box when you have a Molten Egg is already super good because we got the Feed Plus and the Reaper Plus. I mean, Reaper Plus is basically the same as Reaper, but Feed Plus and Whirlwind. Just didn't quite work out for us. Too bad. This is a promising one.